Inflorescence. So inflorescence means mode of arrangement of and distribution of flower in a floral axis. So how flower and flowers are arranged in floral axis or peduncle, that is called inflorescence. Sometimes that floral axis may change into flat disc that becomes flattened, and that is called receptacle. And the distribution of flower or flowers in this floral axis or receptacle is called inflorescence. That is called inflorescence. How that flowers are arranged in, flowers are arranged in floral axis or in receptacle is called inflorescence. And there are 5 types of inflorescence. There are 5 types of inflorescence. They are solitary inflorescence, racemose inflorescence, cymose inflorescence, mixed inflorescence, and specialized inflorescence or special inflorescence. Solitary inflorescence. Solitary inflorescence in which there is only one flower in a floral axis. Racemose inflorescence. Racemose inflorescence means if flowers are arranged in equipetal or centripetal manner in floral axis, that is called racemose inflorescence. Cymose inflorescence, if arrangement of flower in basipetal or centrifugal manner, that is called cymose inflorescence. You have to study only these 3, and you no need to study about mixed and specialized inflorescence. So at first about the solitary inflorescence. So solitary inflorescence means if there is single flower in floral axis, that is called solitary inflorescence. If there is only one flower in a floral axis, if floral axis bear only one flower, that is called solitary inflorescence. Here, look here, there is only one flower in floral axis. Here also there is only one flower in floral axis. That is called solitary inflorescence. There are 2 types of solitary inflorescence. They are terminal solitary and axillary solitary. There are terminal solitary and axillary solitary. There are 2 types of solitary inflorescence. They are terminal solitary and axillary solitary. If floral axis is arise from the terminal point of the shoot, if floral axis arise from the tip of the shoot, that is called terminal solitary. That is called terminal solitary. This is the solitary flower. There is only one flower in floral axis, and that floral axis arises from the tip of the shoot. That arises from the terminal point of the shoot. So this is called terminal solitary. But here, this is also solitary inflorescence. There is only one flower in floral axis. But here, this floral axis arises from that axis of the foliage leaf. This is foliage leaf. So from its axis, this floral axis is arised. And there is only one flower. So this is solitary inflorescence. And that floral axis arises from axis of the foliage leaf. So it is axillary solitary. So this is terminal solitary and this is axillary solitary. So in terminal solitary, floral axis arises from the terminal point or tip of the shoot. In axillary solitary, that floral axis arises from the axis of the foliage. Now about the racemose inflorescence. Now about the racemose inflorescence. In racemose inflorescence, flowers are arranged in centripetal or flowers are arranged in either equipetal succession or in centripetal manner. They are arranged in either They are arranged either in acropetal succession or in centripetal manner. In centripetal succession. Acropetal succession means old flowers are at the base. Old flowers are at the base. Young flowers are at the tip. If old flowers are at the base and young flowers are at the apex, that is called acropetal succession. Tell again in the acropetal succession. That in floral axis, this is floral axis. In floral axis, old flower are present at the base. In floral axis, if old flower are at the base and young flowers are at the apex, that is called acropetal succession. In floral dish, if old flower are at the periphery, in floral dish, if old flower are at the periphery and young flower are at the center, that is called centripetal succession. If flowers are arranged in acropetal or centripetal succession, that is called racemose inflorescence. So in racemose inflorescence, that old flower are at the base and young flower are at the apex. So this apex can grow in its size. So this is called indeterminate inflorescence. This is called indeterminate inflorescence because here floral axis grow in size because there is bud at the top. And there are two types of racemose inflorescence. They are simple racemose inflorescence and compound racemose inflorescence. Simple racemose inflorescence and compound racemose inflorescence. Word what I clear? It is clear from the word that in simple racemose inflorescence there is only one floral axis. But in compound racemose inflorescence there are many floral axes. So there is branched floral axis. There is branched peduncle. If peduncle is branched, this is called compound racemose. If that in branched peduncle, that flowers are arranged in acropetal succession, that is called compound. And if there is only one floral axis and flowers are arranged in acropetal or centripetal succession, that is called simple racemose. Simple racemose means if there is only one floral axis and flowers are arranged in racemose manner. This is called simple racemose. And if there are many branch of floral axis and in each branch that flowers are arranged in racemose inflorescence, that is called compound racemose. Now in simple racemose, there is typical raceme, corimbose raceme, umbel, spike, catkin, spadix, capitulum or head. In typical raceme, pedicellate flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. That flowers are pedicellate. Here, flowers are pedicellate and they are arranged in acropetal succession. If pedicellate flowers are arranged in acropetal succession, that is called raceme. Typical raceme. In typical raceme, pedicellate flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. If sessile flowers are arranged in acropetal succession, that is called spike inflorescence. It is also a type of racemose inflorescence. So there is difference between typical raceme and spike in terms of flower. That is difference in terms of flower, whether it has pedicel or not. If flower has pedicel, that is called typical raceme. If flower has pedicel, that is called typical raceme. If flower is without pedicel, it is sessile flower, that is called spike. And corymb, corymb means that it is also a type of racemose inflorescence in which lower pedicellate flowers are so much long that they come to lie in same plane. They come to lie in same plane. That is called, what is that called? That is called corymb. In corymb, that all the flowers come to lie in same plane. This is floral axis, and that lower pedicel are so much long that they come to lie in same plane. This is older flower, this is mature flower, this is immature than this is younger flower, and all come to lie in same plane. If all come to lie in same plane, that is called corymb. This is called corymb inflorescence. This can be observed in family Cruciferae. In some plants of family Cruciferae, in Candida, there is corymb inflorescence, that all the flowers come to lie in same place. In corymbose raceme, that upper flowers are in corymb, but lower flowers cannot come in same plane. Upper flowers, that young flowers are in same level. Young flowers are in same level, but matured flowers cannot come in same level. But lower matured flower, they cannot come in same plane. That is called corymbose raceme. This is called corymbose raceme. This is corymbose raceme. Okay. So no need to study about catkin and spadix. It is not necessary for you. So this is capitulum. In capitulum, floral axis change into floral disc. In floral disc, flowers, sessile flowers are arranged in centripetal manner. That is, all flowers at the periphery. All flowers are at the periphery, and young flowers are at the center. Young flowers are at the center. This is called capitulum or head. This is called capitulum or head. Are you clear about this? Okay. So this is racemose type of inflorescence. We know that racemose means that flowers are arranged in acropetal succession or in centripetal succession. And in typical raceme, pedicellate flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. In corymb, that lower pedicellate flowers are so much long that all come to lie in same plane. In corymbose raceme, upper flowers, upper younger flowers are in same plane, but lower flowers cannot come in same plane. And in umbel, sorry, I haven't said about umbel. In umbel inflorescence, that pedicellate flowers are arised from the common point. Pedicellate flowers are arised from the common point, and they are arranged in centripetal manner. They are arranged in centripetal manner. That is, and so that looks like umbrella. So all inflorescence look like umbrella. That is called umbel inflorescence, which can be seen in onion. In umbel inflorescence, that Means all pedicellate flowers are arise from common point. They are arise from common point. And here flowers are arranged in centripetal manner. That means all flowers at the periphery. All flowers are at the periphery and young flowers are at the center. And it looks like umbrella. This is called umbel inflorescence. This is called umbel inflorescence, which can be seen in onion. This type of inflorescence can be seen in onion, that is in family Liliaceae. This can be seen in family Liliaceae. The typical raceme, I have said already. Their main axis is unbranched, elongated, and bear pedicellate flower laterally in acropetal succession. That means old flower towards the base, young flower towards the apex. Old flower towards the base and young flower towards the apex. This is called typical raceme. So here flowers are pedicellate. In mustard, we can see this. This is pedicellate flower. So this pedicellate flower, these are matured flower. At the base, young flower are at the apex. So this is called typical raceme. This is called typical raceme. Now, this is corymb. Here also, flowers are pedicellate and they are arranged in acropetal succession. They are arranged in acropetal succession, but here lower pedicellate flower has so much long pedicel that they have so much long pedicel that all came to lie in same plane. All flowers came to lie in same plane. This is called corymb inflorescence. This is corymb inflorescence. In this type of inflorescence, all the pedicellate flower appears at same level because the stalk of lower flower is longer and upper flower is shorter, so they come to lie in same place. This is called corymb inflorescence. Now corymbose raceme. In corymbose raceme, that younger flowers, here younger flowers, they come to lie in same plane, but older flowers cannot come in same plane. This is called corymbose raceme. Younger flowers are arranged like raceme, that corymb, but mature flowers do not come in same level. This is called corymbose raceme. This is called corymbose raceme. And umbel, in umbel inflorescence, all the stalk flowers arise from the same common point. This is the common point. They all arise from the common point, and it looks like umbrella. So this can be found in onion, in family Liliaceae. So this is umbel inflorescence. It is also a type of racemose inflorescence. Now is spike. In spike inflorescence, in spike, this is also type of racemose inflorescence. Here, sessile flower, stackless flower are arranged in acropetal succession. That is old flower at the base, young flower at the apex. But the flowers are sessile here. But the flowers are sessile. Catkin, that is pendulous spike. It is not necessary for you. It is not so important for you, but it is pendulous spike. The spike which is pendulous is called catkin. And spadix, it is also not necessary in here that this inflorescence, this floral axis is thick and fleshy, and it here is colored spathe is present, and unisexual flowers are arranged. Sessile unisexual flowers are arranged in racemose manner. Here lower flowers are female flowers. Upper are sterile and male flowers. Now next, capitulum or head. In capitulum or head, I have said already, sessile flowers are arranged in centripetal manner. So this is heterogamous head, this is homogamous head. Here same types of flowers, here different types of flowers. This is ray floret. The peripheral flowers are called ray floret. These inner flowers are called disc floret. Ray floret and disc floret. They are arranged in centripetal manner. This is in floral disc. That floral axis change into floral disc, which is called receptacle. In receptacle, that flowers are arranged in centripetal manner and all are covered by involucre of bracts. That means group of bracts. This is called head or capitulum. This is homogamous head. This is also. Okay, now cymose inflorescence. In cymose inflorescence, flowers are arranged in basipetal manner. Flowers are arranged in basipetal manner, just opposite of that racemose. Young flowers are at the base, old flowers at the top. So this axis now cannot grow. So this is called determinate inflorescence. Determinate inflorescence because it cannot grow. So it is called definite inflorescence. And flowers are arranged in basipetal manner. This is called cymose inflorescence. This is about the inflorescence. This is about the inflorescence.